Hello and welcome to our show today. I am Crystal Dione and I am incredibly excited to introduce you to two remarkable young women here that I have here with me today. We have Emily Spencer, who is our very newly crowned Miss New Hampshire 2024. And we also have with us today Caitlin McGivern. Did I say that right, Caitlin?
Yeah.
All right. Who is our also newly crowned Miss Inspiration 2024. We'd like to tell you a little bit today about the Miss Inspiration program and have Emily and Caitlin talk about their experiences. So, welcome to the both of you today. So excited for you to be here and chat with me.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
A lot of sparkle in the room today.
There is a lot of sparkle. I'm feeling a little underdressed.
I know. I should have brought you a crown.
I know. I really, maybe I could have gone with some big earrings and, you know, made myself feel like I fit in. But you know what? You both look beautiful, both of you. So, you know, again, very happy to have you here today. So, Emily, let's start with you. Let's tell our audience a little bit about Emily Spencer.
So I'm 23 years old. I am born and raised in Bedford, New Hampshire. So Bedford's been a huge part of my life. I was recently crowned Miss New Hampshire just almost a month ago. So I'm still looking down and like, oh my gosh, that's me. But I've been involved in the Miss America program since 2016. Actually, Miss Bedford's teen was my first title. So I've been in that organization for 8 years now. This is my fourth time competing for Miss New Hampshire and was fortunate enough to walk away with the title. My free time, I'm a dancer. I graduated from college last May from Point Park University. Got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in dance with a minor in biology. So just working now. I teach dance, choreograph. Yeah. I like to do everything and anything under the sun. So just staying busy.
Great. I'm sure you're incredibly busy.
Yes.
And it's so great to hear the really deep roots that you have to the Bedford community. You were Miss Bedford's teen.
Yes.
You were Miss Bedford. Now Miss New Hampshire. So certainly it's wonderful to hear that connection to the Bedford community.
It's been an incredible journey.
And tell us just what was that feeling when they called Emily Spencer at Miss New Hampshire? I can't even, I get teary-eyed just thinking about it because it was such, I mean, for everybody who was just rooting for you, it was such an incredible moment. How did you feel?
It was a lot of work that I put in, and I knew I sacrificed my college graduation actually to compete last year at Miss New Hampshire.
Wow.
And, you know, I got second runner-up last year, but I was willing to put in the work. And, you know, at first, you know, the saying is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Yeah. And this program means so much to me. I love the community service and the scholarships. So I continued to work really hard last summer. I won the title of Miss Winnipesaukee. You know, started Miss Inspiration and Adaptive Pageant because I've loved my experience in the pageant world so much. I want to open those doors for young women with disabilities to compete in that and experience the joy of performing on stage. And so kept going. Miss New Hampshire came around, and I just, you know, the saying I love to tell myself is, it is what it is, and what's meant to be will be. I put the work in, so I just wanted to enjoy that week, and I truly did. I was able to win preliminary talent and win preliminary gown.
Great.
And I made the top 11, then I made the top 5, and at that point, it's in the judges' hands. So just trust what I did, gave everything I had on that stage, and then to be holding hands with Katie Smith, who was the first runner-up. And that experience, you're just, you know,
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Everyone wants to know, what are they talking about, right? What are they? You can hear that, you know, you can see that you're talking to one another, but we always wonder, geez, I wonder what they're saying. Oh, I hope it's you. No, I hope it's you.
I mean, truly, we were just supporting one another. Like, you got this. We both put the work in. We'll support each other no matter what happens. And, you know, they called my name, and that was just incredible. I kind of went into like a blackout moment. I like looking at the video, I'm like, okay. But, you know, seeing the photos and seeing all the amazing girls behind me just cheering for me and supporting me, I think that's what really encapsulates what the program's about, is the sisterhood and the support and the love from my family, from the program, and now I'm meeting all the generous sponsors who give so much to the program. So far this month has just been the journey
whirlwind.
of a lifetime, or a whirlwind. I'm still trying to find time to sleep, but
okay, all right.
It's been
Don't
so
worry, you're
much fun.
young. You can sleep later.
Yeah, exactly. I got time.
Take it all in while you have the opportunity. Now, before we get into talking about Miss Inspiration and talking to Caitlin, there is one thing that you mentioned about the Miss New Hampshire Scholarship Program, and that is scholarships. And I think it's really important for anyone who's watching this show or any of the shows about the programs, how important the scholarship piece is to it. So why don't you tell us, in your time throughout the program, what have you earned in scholarships?
Yeah, so this year in total at Miss New Hampshire, we were able to award $73,000 in scholarship funds.
$73,000.
That was distributed amongst
in
the
1 year.
In 1 year.
Okay.
And Miss New Hampshire won $20,000. So I won 20 grand just at Miss New Hampshire this year.
Wow.
But in my total of 8 years involved, I've earned $70,000 in scholarship funds, and that goes directly towards paying off my college education and my loans. And that's just been a huge motivator.
Absolutely.
You know, being in the program, I love the service, but the scholarships is so helpful towards
Absolutely.
You know, preparing for the future and being financially stable.
Yeah, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, let's talk about Miss Inspiration, because I cannot wait to talk to this young lady here, Caitlin. She's waiting so patiently.
She is.
So Emily, tell us what inspired you to start this program, Miss Inspiration?
Starting in 2013, my mom, Kate Spencer, developed the first ever adaptive cheer team in New Hampshire. So since then, I've had such a huge love of working with young people with disabilities. And that's been my platform through my 8 years in the Miss New Hampshire program, the service initiative that I go out and partnering with Special Olympics, Best Buddies, just really involving myself with those programs to create more opportunity. And decided this year I want to create an adaptive pageant just to, like I mentioned earlier, create those opportunities. And so hence Miss Inspiration was started, and me and my cousin put it on together for her senior project. And we developed that program starting last July and was able to have that showcased in January. And yeah, it was a whirlwind of a process, but very exciting.
And Caitlin was your winner.
And Caitlin won.
Caitlin won. She was crowned Miss Inspiration in January of this year. Is that right, Caitlin?
Yes.
So you've been Miss Inspiration for a couple months now. So let's learn a little bit about you, Caitlin. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. I am 24 years old. I live in Londonderry. I have one older sister and 2 younger brothers. I work at Trader Joe's in Bedford. I love my job and my coworkers. I have been working independently for 8 years. Yes.
Excellent. So you're working right here in Bedford?
Yes.
That's fantastic. So tell us, Caitlin, why did you enter the Miss Inspiration pageant?
The people who see me that I won, it makes me happy.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful.
Yes, and for her talent, she danced as well. And she actually won our overall talent award too. And it was truly moved everyone sitting in that audience. And yeah, she was incredible on stage.
Okay, so Caitlin, you're a dancer as well.
Yes.
Do you remember what you danced to? I know this isn't a question I was going to ask you, but we're just kind of going off script here. Do you remember what song you danced to?
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. What a beautiful song.
Yes.
So did you do a lyrical dance?
It's
or
modern.
Modern dance. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and that was something too that I want to incorporate into the Miss Inspiration pageant, was really mirror the Miss America organization. So we had the contestants compete in onstage question, talent, and gown.
Okay.
So yeah, it was amazing.
All right. So Caitlin, what was your favorite part of the program?
Oh, there's a lot.
All of it? Just all of it was your favorite?
Yeah.
You'd do it all over again tomorrow if you could?
Yeah, I wish.
You wish. You wish. So, but did you have a favorite part? Was it performing your talent, or was it walking in your beautiful gown? What was your favorite
Probably my
part?
talent.
Your talent. Your talent. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. And I'm just curious, was this your first pageant you had ever competed in?
I think so, yes.
Were you nervous?
I was not nervous.
No, not nervous.
She's the most confident girl I know.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? The judges probably saw that too, which is why they selected you, right? Just your confidence and your poise and you're just Caitlin. Very real down to earth, right? Okay. Caitlin, so your time in the Miss Inspiration program, what did you learn? Did you learn something about others or learn something about yourself? Tell us something that you learned being part of the Miss Inspiration program. You want to come back to that one in a little bit?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We can come back to that one. That's all right. We can come back to that one. So Emily, let's shoot back to you for a moment.
Absolutely.
And talk a little bit about getting ready for the Miss Inspiration pageant, because obviously this was a ground up process.
Yes.
You had to really create this entire environment. And I know you mentioned you modeled it after the Miss New Hampshire program in terms of the phases of competition, but there's so much more that goes into running a pageant, especially one that, is not established. You don't have helpers, you don't have, you don't have sponsors or people to heavy lift that day. So, how did you start? Where did you start?
I know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because I've been competing, but seeing it now from a different perspective was very overwhelming, and I have so much respect for the volunteers and the people who take part in these organizations. But I wanted to start with advertisement, getting it out there first. So we booked the venue at McKelvey Intermediate School in Bedford, and then we got the advertisement out. And I was expecting 4 people maybe sign up of interest. I posted on Facebook, went to bed, I woke up, and I think I had over 40 shares on
wow,
Facebook.
That's
so
fantastic.
People just loved the idea. It blew up like crazy. Everyone was just giving themselves to want to volunteer, to donate money, to make this happen. And I think that's the beautiful part of it too is, yeah, I did a lot of the legwork, but there was truly a village that came together to make this happen for these young girls. And that was, still gives me chills just thinking about it now. Yeah. But so, we had 18 girls originally register, but it was close. It was a close deadline during the holiday season, so 8 ended up competing, which was still an incredible number.
Absolutely.
And we were able to get sponsors for the program. So Brittany's Boutique actually gave a 25% discount to the girls who shopped at her store. Caitlin's actually wearing a beautiful dress by her right now.
Very nice.
We had Tim Avery come and do a photo shoot of all the girls throughout the day. We had hair and makeup. Taryn Watson and Sandy Sapala come in and do the girls' hair and makeup.
Nice.
We had Miss New Hampshire contestants come and volunteer. I choreographed an opening number, some walking patterns, and it was a long day. It was a busy day, but they had the whole pageant experience of what it's like to compete in the local, and that's what I wanted to give them. And so they all gave their best and truly exemplified what it is to compete in a pageant and to be an empowered and strong, intelligent, confident young woman.
That's wonderful. And with all that goes into creating the pageant and just leading up to the pageant day and the day itself, even the most prepared individual who thinks they have everything down and everything covered and it's going to run like clockwork, there's always bumps in the road.
Yes.
Is there anything that happened that day or leading up to that day, after that day, that you did not expect, that you were surprised with, and then what?
The biggest challenge was I going to have enough money to even put this on? But I was willing to put whatever I want. I was willing to do whatever it took to get it to happen. Yeah. But we had Joe and Helen Correa give money. We had Craig Stevens help us out. We were able to be on WZID to really get that program out there and get people knowing about it. But it was really cold that day, and there's a possibility of a snowstorm, so I was a little worried about that because I didn't schedule a snow date. Oh. But it ended up, people showed up. It was a full house. There was a few meltdowns throughout the day just because it is such a long day, and you
Right.
know, it's a lot, and it's very vulnerable to put yourself out there and
Of
showcase
course.
different aspects of your life up on the stage. But they all persevered and went through, and I think the most amazing part about the day was each of them started with a buddy on stage throughout rehearsals, kind of guiding them through it, and then by showtime, they were like, "Oh, I'm good." And they just went on stage by themselves and walked on, answered their questions, and that was just awesome to see that, even just in one day, how much this pageant truly changed their confidence levels and got them to be on stage and just own who they are as an individual.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Really wonderful. Let's jump back over to Caitlin. So Caitlin, I'm going to ask you the same question. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell us something about the pageant that you learned, whether it's something about you learned about someone else or something you learned about yourself? What did you learn?
I want to walk on stage.
Oh, to walk on stage?
Yeah.
Excellent. And so what did you learn about it? Just the patterns, or how to carry yourself and be confident as you're walking?
And confident.
Little of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
She was pretty sassy too, I'd say.
I think I remember that, actually. I do think I remember a little bit of sass.
She does want to be a model someday too.
Okay.
So
all right.
This was a good stepping stone.
That's great. That's great. So you are Miss Inspiration. So who do you hope to inspire, Caitlin?
I never give up. I have frost, so it's a good thing.
That is absolutely a good thing.
Yeah.
And do you hope to inspire others to participate perhaps in the next Miss Inspiration?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been talking to some friends about it, or how would you inspire others to participate?
Inspire some young woman to also. So.
And Caitlin has this awesome motto where she says, "I never give up."
Okay.
And I think that's a message that she's continued to portray throughout the year. And we've been able to go to different service events together and talk to people about the program. And she's a Best Buddy ambassador. So she has the opportunity to go to schools and give speeches and perform, showcase all she's capable of.
That's great.
And so I think that's truly just her showing up at events is one way that she inspires people, because she's an incredible individual, and we're really lucky to have her as the first ever Miss Inspiration. And I've been lucky enough to get to know her on a deeper personal friendship level too. So it's been great.
Wonderful. So you talked about appearances and events that you've had to do. So tell us, with the title of Miss Inspiration, tell us about some of these events that you've attended. And do you have a favorite?
I'm attending the Special Olympics.
Okay.
Every Tuesday, 5 to 6. It's kind of cool with young kids. So, yeah.
Is that your favorite one?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Attending Special Olympics? Yeah. Yeah. And what do you do there? Do you just cheer them on, or are you helping at an event?
Out.
Yeah. Nice.
We also did the Bedford Memorial Day Parade last Sunday. And we were able to walk in that and hand out lollipops, meet people in the community. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Nice. Was it a little? Oh, it was not rainy that day.
It was a little bit.
A little rainy
chilly,
that day.
kind of cloudy.
Okay.
But we walked.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But like Caitlin says, you never give up. You just do it, right?
Exactly.
They're there to see you, so you have to show up. That's great.
Yes.
All right. Emily, do you have any future plans for the Miss Inspiration pageant? And if you do, what are they?
Of course, we're getting already ready for year 2. It's going to take place in November, since I'm heading to Miss America in January, so we're going to push it up to be a little earlier and before the holiday season, because I think it'll give people more peace of mind. And also making Miss Inspiration a nonprofit officially in New Hampshire. It's officially registered as a nonprofit in New Hampshire.
Yes.
We're just working on the 501(c)(3) part of it, which is a long process, but that's pretty exciting. If you had told me even a year ago I would be creating a nonprofit, I would have been like, who? Me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited and to continue just going down that path of working to open up these doors for young women with disabilities and raise scholarship funds as well. Because something that we were able to do this year is give our top 3 contestants scholarship money. So Caitlin won a $300 scholarship, and our first and second runner-up won a $100 scholarship. So hoping to make that even bigger in the next coming year. And possibly even a Mr. Inspiration. I don't know.
Oh, well, throw a little
gent in there.
Oh, yes, that might be fun. I think we would all like to see that. Now, do you plan to just keep Miss Inspiration local to New Hampshire? Do you see a broader platform for Miss Inspiration and perhaps the ability to, have other state programs?
I definitely see it as a broader opportunity. I think I wanted to take maybe another year or two, just kind of fine-tuning that local level, making sure I feel confident enough to run. I mean, it was super successful and how it turned out, but making sure that I definitely know what I'm doing. I have the team behind me to support me. But eventually going out, maybe doing other locals throughout the state, going to other states in New England, and then eventually on that national level. I would love to see the Miss America program partner with a potential Miss Inspiration program, that they go along together, because we've had such a fun time so far, traveling along together, promoting inclusion, encouraging people to get involved, and I would love to see that take place on a national level.
That would be incredible. So, so you've heard it here, that when this goes worldwide,
international,
it is Emily Spencer, our current Miss New Hampshire, who started it all. So we'll remember that a couple years from now, because it's not going to take you long. I'm pretty sure, if you set your mind to something, it's going to happen.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see how that all turns out.
Thank you.
Caitlin, what is next for you? Once you're no longer Miss Inspiration, once you give up your title to the next Miss Inspiration, what's next for you?
I was in Rhode Island to my Fashion Week show. I did Run Humankind Originals.
She was in Fashion Week in Rhode Island.
So all right.
Maybe starting off that modeling career.
Okay, all right.
She knows how to walk, I'll tell you that.
I do remember the sassy walk. And so since you want to start a modeling career, tell us about your the modeling that you did during the pageant. So you had a lot of photos taken.
Yeah,
and how fun was that?
10 out of 10.
It was a 10 out of 10?
Yes.
All right. Did you get to do different poses or different outfits?
Different pose, one different outfit.
One outfit and different poses? That's great. Did you get to take the pictures home so you get to have them at home? That's nice. That's nice. So you forever have those memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Avery took photos of all the girls before they competed in their opening number attire. And then he stayed throughout the competition, so captured photos throughout each phase.
Oh, that's incredible.
So we have awesome photos of Caitlin being crowned.
Yes.
And of all the girls competing.
Okay. So you've already started plans for Miss Inspiration 2025.
Yes.
Right? And it'll be later this year. Can you give us any insight as to, are we looking at October, November?
It'll be in November, early November.
Early November.
I get to officially book the venue July 1st, so I'm hoping to capture a date early November.
Okay, good.
Take place at McKelvey Intermediate School again here in Bedford.
Okay.
So definitely want to keep it local to start in Bedford, but yes, so very exciting. Hopefully we're getting more than 10, 15 contestants to compete, so that would be incredible.
And just to have the community there to support. Anyone can come and watch.
Oh yeah,
right.
Doors are open.
Doors are open. Anyone can come and watch the program. Anyone can donate to the program to help catapult its success into the next level.
Yes, so, absolutely.
How do people get in contact with you if they want to either participate as a competitor, or they want to help sponsor or volunteer, how do they get in touch with you?
So we have a Facebook page, Miss Inspiration, and we're also working on a website to get that out there. But Caitlin and I will be in the community. We're both on Instagram as well with our emails. So just reaching out to me personally will make that happen. But yeah, we're hoping to continue to do things like this, to be on TV, to have things out in the newspaper. Hopefully we get on WZID with Marga, just to really get out there.
Marga, if you're listening, they would like to be on WZID.
Yeah, I got her on speed dial.
Okay, good.
So yeah, just checking out our Facebook page.
Good, excellent. Let's jump back over to your current title as Miss New Hampshire. Yes. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that, and I'm sure inquiring minds who are watching might want to know as well.
Just a smidge.
Just a little bit. So it's been a little bit over a month, and there is a Facebook page, other social, social outlets that you are posting on pretty consistently.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of your being out in the community, whether it's talking to, the very generous sponsors of the program, or being at events around the state, working with children. You seem to have done so much in such a short period of time. Clearly that's why you're not sleeping right now, but that's okay.
Exactly.
Again, you'll get there. So what is your typical day like? What does your schedule look like in a day?
I think that's the exciting part, is it's different every day.
Okay.
My mom will attest. She has woken me up and I'm like, what's today? Because it's so different every day.
Yeah.
But I've had the joy of recently visiting the sponsors, so traveling all around the state, from Concord to Salem, meeting with those people. I've gotten this beautiful Miss New Hampshire bracelet, which every Miss New Hampshire gets.
Nice.
And just meeting those incredible people that give those monetary donations to make those scholarships possible for young women. I've also been able to go into classrooms. I've been in about 5 now. And that's a really cool way. I love asking the little second, third graders their dreams and encouraging them that, to dream big, because you never know what could happen. I remember starting in the program when I was 16 and truly idolizing Miss New Hampshire, and couldn't even fathom that could potentially be me. And so it's pretty amazing to see how much you can change and go through to make those dreams become a reality, because it truly, anything is possible. So, spreading those messages is great. I also went to the Best Buddy Friendship Walk in Concord, and that's always a highlight event. The Exeter one is coming up in June, so definitely advertising that.
There we go. Good.
Just having a great time and making the most of it. I mean, I'm already like, it's already been a month. Gotta go.
Great message, though, that anything is possible, because it is, and certainly you're instilling that in these young women through the Miss Inspiration program. So, hats off to you. What a wonderful thing that you're doing. Last question for you as we wrap up here. What legacy do you hope to leave as Miss New Hampshire?
I hope to leave people just feeling happy and inspired. It's a goal I want to accomplish every day, is to make someone smile and brighten up the day. And I always try to exude my most generous and honest self. And even through creating Miss Inspiration, just inspiring people that they can achieve their dreams through hard work and perseverance. So making sure to continue to be that positive light and that role model to young generations.
That's wonderful. And you're an incredible representative for our state, and I'm sure for the next 11 months you will be just as incredible as you have been the last 30 days. So good luck to you as you continue your year of service as Miss New Hampshire. Caitlin, good luck to you as you finish your year of service as our Miss Inspiration 2024. And it was wonderful to have you both here today to talk a little bit about your program and a little bit about yourselves. We got to learn so much about you, and I just appreciate you being here, and thank you all for being here and watching.